This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania. Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania turns 27 this month and wants to thank you, the customer, with their biggest ever new customer discount, the Thank You for 27 Years sale. Get 25% off every window and every door with no payments for 24 months with special financing from now until June 30th. To learn more, visit rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-523-9509. One of the largest catalytic converter theft rings ever seen in southeastern Pennsylvania has been broken up. Meanwhile, a few teachers in Philadelphia have doubts about some new materials. July's first supermoon will rise this weekend. Plus, Pennsylvania's a top state for competitive eating. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. After a year-long investigation, Bucks County law enforcement has announced that one of the largest and most lucrative catalytic converter theft rings ever seen in southeastern Pennsylvania has been broken up, reports the Bucks County Courier-Times. Catalytic converters, which filter out harmful byproduct and exhaust gases from cars, contain certain materials that are valued between $1,000 and $7,000 an ounce. In the 3 years the ring operated, the thieves stole converters, then sold them to TDI Towing in Philadelphia, which was paying them a minimum of $10,000 a night to do so, bringing in an average 175 converters a week, or almost $8.2 million worth within those 3 years. The company's owner, Michael Williams, was making around an 8% markup on the stolen parts and resale. Williams plus 9 other adults and one 17-year-old have been charged. All but one are facing charges such as dealing in unlawful proceeds and receiving stolen property. The Philadelphia Board of Education voted at the end of May to buy $70 million in new teaching materials for next school year, reports Billy Penn. Their goal? To create a more consistent curriculum for students across the city. But there are a number of teachers who are doubting this goal. For one thing, according to teacher Lou Lawsey, these new materials assume all students are at grade when, unfortunately, most aren't. For example, only 15% of students in the district are proficient or advanced on the Algebra 1 keystones. One other concern teachers have is that this new material is scripted, meaning they have to come up with a pre-written dialogue to say during class and can only accept certain answers as correct. This is, once again, an issue in math, as there are many different ways to get to the same answer, and different methods are better for different students. Plus, having a script makes it harder to adjust lesson plans if students need extra help in some areas. The district stated via press release that it plans to roll out the new materials in waves starting September. The start of July brings with it the month's first full supermoon, states CBS local Pittsburgh, the buck moon. So why are these moons super? I don't think I've ever explained that here. Well, firstly, they're about 16% brighter than your average Joe moon. Secondly, they're closer to Earth, making them look larger, although sometimes the change in size isn't obvious. This supermoon is called the buck moon because bucks get their antlers around this time, although it's also called the thunder moon because of the season's thunderstorms, which, after this week, is very appropriate. The buck moon will rise on both Sunday and Monday. Competitive eating is a staple of the 4th of July with its own celebrities like Joey Chestnut, says PennLive. But did you know Pennsylvania is one of the top states for such gastric feats of strength? According to a gambling.com study, Pennsylvania scored high enough marks in categories such as number of major league eating events to rank 7th overall in the U.S., tied with both Colorado and New York. Pennsylvania also ranked 2nd when it came to having the most native major league eaters with 4 total. In first place was Nevada. That wraps up today's episode. Just as a heads up, I'll be out tomorrow and Monday, so enjoy some lights while I'm away. Until we meet again, I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back before you know it for some more Today in PA. This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania. Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania turns 27 this month and wants to thank you, the customer, with their biggest ever new customer discount, the Thank You for 27 Years sale. Get 25% off every window and every door with no payments for 24 months with special financing from now until June 30th. To learn more, visit rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-523-9509.